What's up everyone, it's IceManAuz, aka Jay, and in today's video, I got for you guys the answer that a lot of people have been asking me, and if you're clicking on this video, then you're probably interested as well to find out why I uninstalled Battlefield 4 and why I've stopped playing it. And the question really comes up whenever I upload a Battlefield 2016 video or just anything general in the Battlefield world. I'm really only doing hardline. And that really comes down to me, to be honest, and my laziness not to get Battlefield 3 re-downloaded, because I do like that game and I would like to put that on my channel more. But for right now, hardline seems to be the game that I'm spending the most time on and the one I'm enjoying the most. But that doesn't answer the question why I stopped playing Battlefield 4. Well, to be entirely honest, when Battlefield 4 came out, I'd say for the first month or so, I really enjoyed the game and I wasn't experiencing a lot of issues that many other people were, such as not being able to connect to servers and netcode issues. But I remember a patch that came in on the first DLC and it really just did an entire 180 on me, and I remember how frustrated I was playing Battlefield 4 and my bullets not registering. And when your bullets don't register, you tend to notice other things in the game that just don't make sense. For example, the map design. Why am I being shot from 12 different angles? There's no continuity within the maps. Why are there 300 guns in the game, half of which do the exact same thing as the next gun? I can't discern one carbine from another for the most part. Those are just things that are in the game that just annoy me, and even till this day, I feel like the netcode isn't that good. I would say Battlefield 3's is more consistent. At least you know when your bullets aren't going to register. In Battlefield 4, there's still a dusting issue. There's still some things there that they need to sort out, and at this point, they're never going to, because they've already moved on to the next Battlefield game. So it only makes sense for me to really stop playing. I don't really see a point in continuing to play that game. Hardline makes sense because they are putting further development into it regarding the CTE. They are probably going to be doing more with that. And the fact that Hardline is an infantry-based game, I also enjoy that. Yes, Hardline does have its issues. For some people, they hate the cops and robbers theme. I really don't care about that. The netcode isn't as good as what I think it could be, but it's not that bad, and I do like it more than Battlefield 4's. Now, I'm not sure within the specifics of what's going on there, but from what I know, the Hardline servers 30 Hz, while the Battlefield 4 servers are running at 60, 120, 144. So in theory, the Battlefield 4 servers should run better, but for me, they don't. They simply perform badly in many situations, and there's a lot of inconsistencies. The other problem with Battlefield 4 to me is on modes like Conquest. I feel like it's really lent towards the vehicle players, and that really does make a lot of sense in many ways, but the problem is, for people who like to play infantry such as myself, it makes modes like that impossible to play. Now I'm going to go into rant mode a little bit here, so just be cautious of that. By the way, if you like Battlefield 4, awesome, more power to you, because I wish I loved Battlefield 4, because it would save me a lot of headaches, believe you and me. So, you know, that if you enjoy the game, by all means go for it. I'm not hating on you for that, but there are a couple of things as well I want to address personally with this game. So I originally got a PC because Battlefield 4 was about to release. This was at the end of Battlefield 3's life cycle, and me and Clouded Truth, who was another YouTuber who has since quit, mainly because of Battlefield 4, ironically, we both decided to get a PC so we could upgrade our editing and really just make it a faster process, because we thought Battlefield 4 was going to launch well and it was going to be an amazing game. Well, because of how poorly it launched and because of the fact that people realized the game is, quite frankly, a piece of shit, there was literally 10,000 people on across all platforms at one point, a couple of months into the game's life cycle. That is no joke. Now, since then, it has recovered because they have made improvements to the game, I'll grant it that, but I still don't think it's even close to the level of a Battlefield 3, Bad Company 2, or a 1942. But getting back to my point, I got a new PC based on the fact that I thought this game would really launch my channel, and in many ways it did, but it really really just took a toll on me to even play the game because I hated it so much that I never really said anything about it, and quite frankly I stopped uploading, and it was more of a hindrance on my channel than it was a positive, because if a game does poorly and if you base your channel around that game, then your channel will also do poorly. And then there's the main thing that frustrates me about Battlefield 4. This is the main thing that gets to me. The fact that they think they can release a game that's broken on release and patch the game afterwards is really dangerous, and I feel like in many ways it was kind of a slap in the face to gamers, in the sense that who cares about releasing a game that is good on release? We can just patch it later. And I feel like Battlefield 4 was kind of the front runner for future development of broken games to be released on release and then be patched later. That is the main problem with Battlefield 4 at its core. It really did lead the way in that type of marketing towards releasing video games and publishers releasing their games early despite them being broken or not. And that sucks. I feel bad for us gamers, the fact that we have to put up with broken games on release when we're paying full price. A lot of people work very hard for their money, and the fact that, you know, they play a game and they may not be able to join a server, or their bullets won't register and they just stop playing after a week. It's just throwing away money at that point, and I understand that some people will enjoy the game no matter what, and in a lot of ways I'm being a Debbie Downer about it, but you have to understand that I really based my channel around it, so I've had the time to invest into the game after 600 hours. It's not like I've just dived in like some YouTubers I've seen who gave it a 9 out of 10 after 10 hours of playing. No names will be named, but you know, it's just one of those things, and it's really frustrating to see that developers and publishers are now releasing games that are broken, and Battlefield 4 was really on the frontier of that because they saw Battlefield 4 get away with it and still profit. So these other games are starting to release now. It's just a mess, and that's what really honestly frustrates me about Battlefield 4 as a game. Not so much the fact that it sucked on release, and in my opinion, I honestly I wouldn't give it more than a 7 out of 10 right now, and I don't think so much right now the reason I don't play the game is because of the quality itself. It's because of the bad taste it left in my mouth. But that's just my honest opinion. Let me know yours in the comments section below. Again, if you like Battlefield 4, awesome. More power to you. I wish I did again, because it would have saved me a lot of heartache and a lot of frustration. But at this point, it's just a rant, so hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. Hopefully I answered your question on the fact that why don't I play Battlefield 4 anymore. That's why. It just frustrates the hell out of me. I don't think it's a good game. I think it's one of the worst in the series, in my honest opinion, after playing for many, many years and an avid fan of the Battlefield franchise. I just feel it wasn't up to par. And quite honestly, because it did so poorly, I'm honestly concerned for the next Battlefield game. But with that being said, leave your thoughts in the comments section below, but hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share, subscribe, and peace.